Hey everybody, Crow back again with another AtGames Legends Pinball video, and I'm making this video because I got this in the mail today. This is the Legends Pinball Video Input Backglass Switchboard, and you may either know what this is for or you have no idea what this is for, but if you're familiar with the AtGames Legends Pinball, it does have an HDMI input where you can plug anything you want into that, but the problem is that there are two displays on the AtGames Legends Pinball, and you can either only use one display or the other display. However, with this little device installed, I'll be able to I'll have a way to plug in HDMI into both of the playfield monitor and the backglass monitor with the ability to turn that on or off. So this is a little kit that allows you to do that. I paid $50 for this and $20 shipping. So it was $70 total to get into my hands, but we'll see if it's worth it. What I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to unbox this. I'm going to go over there, unbox it. What this will not be is a how to install video. There's a separate video AtGames put out that kind of shows how to install this. I will not show that, but I'll kind of show what it looks like after it's been installed, and then we'll try it out after that. So let's go over there and unbox it right now. All right, here we go. I've got the Legends Pinball Video Input Backglass Switchboard here, and you know what? If the AC kicks on, I apologize. I realized that when I was filming the previous section, AC was on, and I could kind of hear it in the background, but you know what? It's pretty damn hot outside, so if the AC kicks on, it's gonna kick on, and hopefully it's not too distracting. But yeah, the Legends Pinball Video Input Backglass Switchboard, aka VIBS, used to be known as Rachel, but they had, this is the official name for it. We got AtGames there in the back. We've got the description here. Through the AtGames Open and Connect Pinball OCP initiative, you can connect your VPX/Future Pinball /other pinball engine enabled external PC to the Legends Pinball, utilizing the Legends Pinball's large dual screen display and pinball controls. With the addition of the Video Input Backglass Switchboard, VIBS, which is this, you can display relevant content on the Legends Pinball Backglass LCD display. So yeah, again, there's the website for the instructions, but there is a YouTube video, which I described, and yeah, I'll link to that, which is probably what I'm going to be following to install this. So yeah, we'll open it up, and we've got a parts. Okay, this is everything that's in there, requirements, which I'll kind of point out after I put it together. Nicely packed here. We've got foam. We've got, this is the, what this is this is the button. Supposedly you could hook it up to switch. Now you could replace this with any other button. This is that you want, but, and I'm not going to really drill a hole in the machine to install this button. I'll put it somewhere inconspicuous, but still easy enough. Wow, there we go. Easy enough to hit. Where's the actual switch part of this? I wonder if that's in there somewhere. Or maybe that's not included. I don't know. It is missing the actual micro switch. Oh, wait, here it is. This is the micro switch right here. So, yeah, we did get a micro switch we have to put in there. And, oh, yeah, here's the ribbon cable we'll need, apparently. And supposedly in here is the VIBS itself, and nothing else in there. So let's see if we can get their attention. Static. All right, so there we go. Attention. Observe precautions for handling electrostatic sensitive devices. So I'm not going to open this until I'm ready, but you can kind of see it in there. So that's everything that's included: the board, the button, the micro switch for the button, the cable that you use to run the button, and then this ribbon cable that I'll need to hook it up. So I'm going to cut, and the next thing you'll see, I'll have it installed, hopefully, and I'll kind of walk you through where all this stuff went. All right, so I've got everything hooked up. There, I even have it hooked up to a laptop, tested it out, it all works. So before I slide this back, I thought I'd pop around the back corner here and kind of, oops, wrong way. The controls on this thing. So actually we need some light. So yeah, here we go. It's pretty dark back here, and I had a light there. But there's the board I just installed. Now, I had one of the early models, so I didn't previously have a board here. Basically, it was This cable just connected to this cable using this little thing right here. So because of that, this extra ribbon cable that they included here, I didn't need to use it. It was not necessary for me to use it. So like I do with like everything else I'm not using in here, I'm just kind of storing it underneath here, a little storage area down there. You can kind of see the plastic bags and stuff that I've thrown down there, just away from the power supply, you know. So we don't have any problems with that. But yeah, it was a really easy install. This isn't actually mounted right there, just kind of sitting there on its own. But the one thing that was kind of odd is when I was following the instructions on the video, it kind of skipped over the step where the button is hooked up, and that's because in the video, I think they're using an older prototype board in the video, and this connector actually wasn't there, and it was just basically hardwired right to the board. But yeah, I had to connect this. This is the ribbon cable for the backglass monitor. This is the ribbon cable coming from, I think under here, yeah, you can kind of see it. And then this here is the HDMI that I have plugged in. Now, they recommended using a like a right angle adapter, and I don't have one of those. So this is actually plugged right into my laptop at the moment. I put it underneath there, so I can actually put the back box back on here. I'll have to leave this open for the time being because there's no hole in there. I don't know if I want to put a hole in there or not. I'm trying to avoid that. But the button I actually have wired underneath the cabinet. And let's see if we can see it under here. I kind of hid the button over there in the leg. So it just, two-way tape is up in there. So yeah, it's that's where I decided to put the button. I made it so I didn't have to drill any holes. And again, easily move things if I need to without causing damage. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to put this back together, slide it back, and we'll continue from there. All right, the AtGames Legends Pinball is back into position. I'll show you how I have the laptop hooked up. I've got 3 cables going from the laptop to the Legends Pinball. This first one has got the, well, first of all, I've got the USB. So this is the USB plugged into the USB here for the controls, for the laptop to be able to use the controls on this like it was a regular controller. Secondly, this one here is the HDMI that I have plugged up in here, and that's going to be for our main display here. And lastly, this is the mini display port from the laptop, and that's actually getting plugged into the back, into the board itself. I kind of wish I had like an HDMI extender or something like that. Maybe I'll get something like that in the future, so you could just plug it in the back without having to plug it directly to the board. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, let's turn on the laptop. And, well, before I did that, I should probably hit the button. So hopefully this will work right. But let's hit the button here. When I hit the button, the screen changes. And if there's no signal, which there is now a signal, it was like flashed different colors until it received the signal. But you could see like right away that it's already hooked up. So for the main display, we'll hit the channel like usual. OTG, main display, 90 degrees. Okay. Hit OK. And there we go. And this should be set up like this is the main display. I guess secondary display, third display. I don't know. I haven't messed. This is as far as I got. If I pull up the display options here, I mean, I could be wrong. Okay, that's right. The mouse cursor is way over there. And we go to display settings. Oh, it's over here. Let's see if we could drag it over to the monitor here. Because this one I have set up as my main display, so I hope that'll make things easier. So you can see that display 1, let's see here, we can identify, click on that. Oh, I guess, yeah, 1, and then 2, and then 3. That's how this is set up. Will this work? I don't know. Okay, what I still have to do is I still have to mess around with VPX, Virtual Pinball, whatever. Mess around with that. I got to mess around with Pinball FX3, and maybe Pinball FX2. I don't know what I'm going to do here. And I still have to mess around with Zaccaria Pinball. No, not that. Yeah, well, Zaccaria Pinball I could try too. but that's really unnecessary since I have that built in there. What is it? Maybe it is Pinball FX3 that I'm thinking of. And virtual pinball. I got to mess around with that. And when I get the stuff working, we'll get back to this. And I don't know how long that's going to take me. It may take days. It may take hours. Who knows? But I'll let you know after the jump cut. All right, so it's actually a few days later, and the reason why there was quite a delay is because I was going to install something. Well, I did install something on this laptop called Pinball Emporium, which is kind of like an all-in-one encompassing thing for virtual pinball, Pinball FX, and it's basically a front end, but also a lot of tables. And if you're curious about that, I did put a link to a video that kind of describes how to install that and everything. But I ran across a problem. We have the shortcuts up here, but the Pinball Emporium shortcut will not work. I mean, I'll click on it. I mean, I had an older version that was working, and I was like, oh, there's a newer version, version 10. And I installed it and clicked on it. It won't work. So I uninstalled it, installed it, won't work. And I did this several times, and I figured, you know what, I might as well just continue with the video anyway, because I can still launch everything individually. So I'll kind of show off a little bit of what we got here. We got like future pinball, visual pinball, Pinball FX3. I'll kind of put up on here and show you. And maybe even some other stuff as I think about it. So yeah, we'll see some cuts, and I'll just kind of load up some random tables. I got to do it individually because, like I said, Pinball Emporium will not work for me. And maybe another version, a newer version, will come out and it'll work, and everything will be fine and dandy. Or I'll figure out why when I click on this nothing happens. But in the meantime, we'll see some cuts and some examples of what we can do. And if you like this video, just please remember to give it a thumbs up. Thanks. All right, on Future Pinball here, I just loaded up one table. Addams Family. This is, so yeah, everything kind of works. I will have to work on remapping the buttons, but the flippers and everything shall work. I'm still using a keyboard to like enter in coins and stuff. So let's, we can start it up here. And like, I don't even have the plunger mapped even properly, if I can even do that, but I can launch the ball here. We do have the flippers on the side here, which work, and I'm trying to do this one-handed. But yeah, we can see we have the back glass up and everything now, because we do have this set up like it is multi-monitor. The other thing I forgot to mention is that I did close the laptop. So yeah, it only thinks there are two screens. I don't want to open this up because I think that I'll mess everything up. But yeah, we got Addams Family, just an example of, it said it's pro. I thought there would be some like cool like video clips playing because, oh, you know, I'll load up one more Future Pinball just so you can see. I'm going to load up the F14 Tomcat that was in here. All right, so here we have the F14 Tomcat that was included in this bundle. But I think the cool thing about this is like when you start it up and everything. Oh wait, I need to insert some coins, don't I? Oops. There we go. But yeah, video clips will pop up in the backglass, and I think that's pretty damn cool. That's the only reason I popped this one up. I have not even looked at all the tables that were included in this Pinball Emporium volume or version 10. But I can tell you that it's going to be a ball trying all this stuff out. And I'm sure this is nothing new to anybody that's been involved in Future Pinball and visual pinball. But yeah, this is all new to me. So, so yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And F14 Tomcat is a table I really enjoy. And I just think it's really cool to see those, play with one hand here, to see those clips pop up every now and again. Let's see if we could do anything. Boy, it's playing one-handed is pretty damn hard. I'm sure you weren't even seeing anything. But yeah, it seems all pretty responsive and everything, so can't really complain. Let's load something up in Visual Pinball. And here we go. This is Visual Pinball. I've loaded up the Simpsons Pinball Party, because this is not anything you'd find in that was ever in Pinball Arcade or anything like that. Let's see. There we go. Same buttons. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, it still doesn't work there, but I think it's like the same buttons all the way around. And I actually had not tried this yet, but yeah, it works just fine. And again, without that VIBS board, I wouldn't be able to plug in a second monitor for the top here. So yeah, just showing things off. Let's load up Pinball FX3 next. All right, took a while, but I finally got Pinball FX3 up, and as you can see, we got the backglass and the DMD going on. If we do start it, there we go. Oh, I do need to change the camera angle. It's been a... There we go. View 1 actually ought to work pretty good. I could remove that up in the upper corner, but for now, it's fine, and I think the plunger does still work. No, I guess it... There we go. But yeah, flippers are working. Everything seems to be just fine. Let me load up one more just to make sure. All right, thought I'd try this one. This is the Infinity Gauntlet. This is actually a really cool table. I really like this one, but as you can see, we got everything up and working here. So let's see if we...
What shall I do with such almighty power?
Okay, it is working. Oh, not... But this is kind of an unusual table to try out too, because it's because it does weird things like flip around and stuff. Oh, kind of missed that. But yeah, pretty cool to see that on here. All right, here I have Zaccaria Pinball running, actually through the laptop on here. This isn't the table that pre-built into, well, not pre-built in today, but it's not the one I downloaded on the flash drive. Seems to work, but that's not really why I bumped this one on. I mean, the flippers work and everything, so... But yeah, it's just running off of this computer instead of the one that's built in here. But give me a second. There is something. Oh, one thing I forgot I wanted to mention is that I actually had to go into Windows and rotate the screen into portrait instead of landscape in order for this to work correctly. There was no setting I could find in Zaccaria Pinball to rotate the screen 90 degrees. So I had to do it through Windows. So if I wanted to bounce back and forth between this and like virtual pinball, or some future pinball or something like that, I would have to manually rotate the screen myself. There may be an option to do it, I just couldn't find it. All right, so here's what I wanted to boot up. This is something in Zaccaria Pinball that is not in, that's not available for the AtGames Legends Pinball. This is that zombie table. So let's see here. Oops. Wow, that's... I see that it's... Oh, I see. It's down here instead of up here. I wonder if there's a way I could change that. Well, I'm not going to figure that out now. I just wanted to see if this would work. And it does. One last thing I'm going to... I'm not going to show Pinball Arcade because I don't have virtual cabinet support set up for that at all. But one last thing I wanted to do, something a little bit weird. Let's try it. All right, this is the very last thing I wanted to boot up, and this is LaunchBox. This is big box mode, and the reason I wanted to do this is because you could set up a second screen as a marquee. So here we are in arcade, but if I like select PSP, oh, look at this. No, not right now. I'm in the middle of something. There we go. So it's like changing, it'll change to the graphics to whatever you're selecting. But like, for example, if we choose like, let's just choose Sega Genesis. And so as we choose Sega Genesis, the box art will appear. So the box art will just stay up as you are as you're playing the games. But if you do arcade games, it should be the marquee. Oh, I didn't want to select that. Go back. Let's choose arcade if we could get there again. So there's Pac-Man. We can see we got the marquee up there. So if we select Pac-Man and play that. All right, took a little bit of time to boot up, but it got up here. It's been a while since I played it on here. So let's see, what do we have for insert coin? Oh, there we go. I actually did set this up. Oh, maybe I didn't. All right, the settings for Pac-Man were really way off. They weren't working correctly, but I did load up exciting new Pac-Man Plus, which is actually my favorite version of Pac-Man. So let's insert some credits here and see if it works. For some reason, the settings in Pac-Man were just skipping everything. And you know what? The controls aren't working here. All right, let's try this again. Unbelievable. running into so much problems, but I think I've got it mapped now. There we go. So yeah, we could play Pac-Man Plus on here, and we've got the marquee up. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show. So yeah, if you did like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Again, it's been so long since I started this video. This was about the VIBS. But yeah, it's been a few days since I actually started filming for this video. I actually forgot what the point is. The point was this. It was just to show off the video input backglass switchboard. So yeah, we got this. And if we wanted to switch back, all we'd have to do is click on channel here, and it will go back automatically. So we got the top part. We hit the button that I've installed underneath here, click that, and we're back to normal. There we go. So yeah, that's it. Wow. This took longer. I ran into so many problems. You wouldn't even believe how many problems I ran into. Even in between filming examples, I had to reboot my computer and wait about 20 minutes for Windows to update on this thing, because it just decided it wanted to update in the middle. Like nothing was running, and I was, oh, reboot. Oh, you want to update? Okay, and then it was a major Windows update. Wow, crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, that is this. This is the video input backglass switchboard. That was the point of this. There are other methods to get video in up here. I know there were more custom versions, but this is like the official one that AtGames is selling. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.